We are live coming at you with a very special Halloween birthday bash. This is going to be a quick one shot. We're finally back playing a game after ages. Probably be
Let's
ages
go.
before the next one. But yeah, let's go ahead and cover the basics. No one gets any extra bonuses for recaps because there is nothing to recap. So, the setting of this year's Halloween special is going to be Autumnvale College, a small college in a northwestern. I don't know
New
what does
England.
Massachusetts count as? New England.
Yes,
a,
New England.
all right, a small town in New England, Massachusetts. This town is a rather unusual one, perpetually cloaked in an atmosphere of eternal autumn. So everywhere you go, there's dusky skies and autumn colors in all of the trees all year round. A strange ecological bubble that no one has ever truly figured out the source of. Autumnvale is a small town that is largely a tourist trap, partially because of a series of witch hunts that took place back in the 1600s, as well as a variety of local myths and legends about the original inhabitants before the area was colonized. I wish I could remember words. It would make life way easier. The university itself is a modest but fairly grandiose affair in that it is a very old institution. Some say that it even may have predated the town itself. It is known colloquially as as Hogwarts, American Hogwarts, due to not only the odd history of the area, but also the strange architecture of the university, which seems to have been designed by either a genius or a madman. No one is entirely sure which. But various secret tunnels and passageways are ever being discovered and charted, though the university staff does attempt to the best of their abilities to keep the students out of it. You are a small group of students who are working to juggle both your personal lives, your academic studies, and your club, which you have created as a small InSpecters franchise. You have very few resources. Honestly, the biggest thing of note that you have available to you is an electric golf cart you use to get around, which works some of the time. Beyond that, I don't think there's a whole lot of backstory we need to cover. If you guys want to talk about local myths and legends, I'm sure we will get to that in game. Tonight kicks off late on Halloween night as the clock is approaching midnight. It is the birthday for Jason, the jock of the group. He also stars as the quarterback of the local team, though.
Wait, hold on. Can I change that actually? Can I be a hockey player just because I know a lot more about that?
Sure. All right. So it is a combination Halloween and birthday bash for Jason, the jock of the group, who is a hockey player. Though you haven't won a game in quite a while, unfortunately. Well, not any games of note anyway. But you're working on it. You are at least one of the more capable ones on the team.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
Exactly. No, it's everyone else on the team. They all, you get a bunch of reedy nerds who want to come to some weird, spooky college in the middle of nowhere. It's bound to happen. But yeah, the night is wearing on. You are all in your clubhouse, which is a garden shed you managed to convince the local gardener to allow you to use since he no longer needed it. It is somewhat sizable, large enough that you have your golf cart parked in it. as well as some tables, a few shelves for different knickknacks and books that you have collected along your way. And of course, you managed to run a phone line, somewhat with permission, from one of the other lines nearby into here, so you could receive calls. And you are all having a good time. The punch is flowing. The decorations are on point with various spooky skeletons and pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns and whatnot around. And you are all gathered around the your team's mascot, a talking cat named Morgana, who everyone else claims they cannot hear speaking. But Morgana is, sitting on one of the tables, enjoying the attention, as she, is licking one of her paws and then scratching behind her white-tipped ear. She's a black cat, of course. And she purrs out, and so on that night, it is said that when the executioner finally passed away, actually, I'm very dumb. I've forgotten the executioner's backstory. I vaguely remember it. Oh, yes. I was like, why is he cursed? I know he's cursed. Sorry. So it is said that on that night, when the executioner lopped off the head of the last remaining witch in Autumnvale, that she cursed him with her dying breath, so that his spirit would wander cursed eternally to hunt one more witch. And then,
Uh,
with that, of course, there's a bolt of lightning outside, and the door swings open to reveal no one.
It seems like someone forgot to lock the door. Anyways, my character is going to get up and close the door as he does not appreciate this interruption to his food.
Yo, that was whack.
I wonder if I'm gonna get attacked. I would deserve it.
Attacked by what?
I don't know. The executioner.
So the door is closed, and just as you're about to lock it, there's another bolt of lightning, followed by a peal of thunder, and the door swings open again. And Morgana clears her throat. Well, first Morgana clears her throat, then the rest of that happens. I am so rusty. We have not played in ages. Yeah, so you see a short individual wearing a long black coat and no head. Of course, the door does slam into David.
My character falling over from the impact is gonna say, like, dude, I know I make like potions and stuff, but they're not real ones, man. As he tries to get away from this figure, obviously terrified from the story of the executioner hunting witches.
Bro, relax. Here, let me help you up.
So the figure steps in somewhat dramatically and then goes, "Ooh, fear me, I am definitely the evil executioner."
Yo, you gonna step to me, dog?
You see one of
Let's
your
go. Let's drop the gloves.
you see the hands reach up to the neck area and part a large scarf, and peeking out from inside you can see the eyes of an individual you recognize as one of your other club members. A geeky, I don't know, whatever their name is. I'll make up a name. Charles. Charles. Your geeky occult archivist. No, it's a she. Charlene.
It's just Charlie.
Aren't you scared? I am the executioner. She waves her arms and tries to feel around the area, clearly unable to see anything as she bumps into a table.
I knew it was you the whole time.
Aw, what gave me away?
Yeah, for sure, man.
You know, just like yeah, I just knew.
Man, me and Morgana were planning this for weeks.
It's like a shame it didn't work, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
I at least scared you. She says, pointing clearly not even close to where David is.
Yeah, I said that as I nonchalantly picked up a glass of punch and started drinking it. Very
David's so
nonchalantly.
cold,
I'm an
dude.
excellent actor.
You're not scared by anything. I love that about you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
in... Go ahead.
I'm just glad you give me all those piggybacks. Not scared whenever that happens, that's for sure.
Nor
I wonder
should
who
you
my
be.
character. I wonder who my character runs to whenever they're afraid.
All right. Well, you don't have a giant dog to keep you safe, so.
Yeah, I just have someone of equivalent intelligence.
You know,
I would never be mean. Not once.
hey, Jason's got an academics of 2. He's not as dumb as he could be.
Yeah, that's
He's
mostly
as dumb
from
as me.
copying off of David.
Oh no, I'm slightly smarter than him.
You know, well, in more interesting news, I actually did find something interesting. And Charlene takes the scarf off and pulls the collar of her hood down, of her jacket down, so that she can actually see again.
Only 375.
You know, I mean, 3 out of 4 is pretty high. But yeah, Charlene unwraps her scarf, pulls down her jacket, and then opens her jacket and pulls out a large leather-bound tome. I found this while I was plumbing the depths of some interesting areas in the university.
Plumbing.
Is it a normal colored leather?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to dodge a few of the professors to get in and out. They really don't seem to like us students using the secret passages, but I think I found what might have been a secret library at one point. She pushes aside some plates and cups to make room on a table and opens it up. This says that it's a secret tome with knowledge of summoning demons and spirits. I was thinking, what better time to try it out than here tonight on All Hallows Eve?
Like, man,
Yes.
quick question. What would we do with them? I'm pretty
What
sure.
would we do with them?
I mean, anything I can, like, think of that I would do with them is, like, academic dishonesty or something.
I don't know. Isn't our whole club supposed to be about, like, catching spooks and goblins and whatnot?
I mean, we could just, like, wait until one, shows up instead of, like, making the problem and fixing it and, like, declaring ourselves heroes or something.
Oh, you're so boring.
So lame.
But, like, man, nothing, like, ever good happens when you, like, ask for trouble, man.
It's not asking
life
for
is
trouble, it's
fun.
asking for recognition.
Exactly.
Like, man, when has it ever been, like, good when you summon demons or, like, spirits for help? Isn't there, like, always a cost or something, man?
Well, considering the amount of spiritual disturbances in this area, I really don't think we'll have to try hard.
Okay.
Besides,
Maybe we should listen to
It's not like
David.
there's anyone we wouldn't spell.
We should just all go
It's not like we
home.
don't have someone who can spell.
Or let's do this.
yeah. What
Okay,
if?
man.
What
You
if?
miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah. And besides,
Yeah.
I have the perfect plan for how to make this go well, even if it goes poorly. What if we broke into the dean's office? No, it's not it. Are there deans at college? I don't think
There are.
Okay. What if we broke into the dean's office and summoned it there?
Yo,
I'm
I'm gonna
up
go
for
down
that,
in
man.
history. Legend.
Best prank ever. I summoned a demon in your office. Whoops, it's your problem now, man.
Right? And if we as
Yeah.
long as we don't get caught, like, how would they even know it's us?
And we can just tell the demon that the dean had us summon it for him. And then the demon will go after the dean, man. Like, perfect plan. I'm in.
All right. Well, I'm glad we could finally convince you. She reaches way up to try and ruffle your hair, and she can't even reach.
I'm going to lean down slightly.
All right. She ruffles her head. All right. Let's do this. So, any gear you want to... Oh, actually, I should say first, you guys have 10 franchise dice. So you can see those there. How would you like to distribute them? Library card is
Okay.
for... I can't remember the names of the skills. Library
We're pretty good
card
at
is for
academics.
academics. Credit card is for technology. Musclehead is for athletics. Bank is for whatever, but it's riskier to roll those. Yeah, it's
We
a
need
quick reminder.
technology help. I'm thinking like 60% on the credit card.
But isn't Charlie here? Charlie's pretty good at tech, right?
Charlene, she has 4 in academics and 3 in technology, so she's pretty good at it. The really
Okay.
good technology person would have been the networking specialist. Or no, there's his main
Yeah.
thing is contact. Oh, it's the techie, that's who it is.
So
Nobody's playing.
You seem pretty academics heavy, if I'm remembering the team correctly.
Yeah.
Because Charlie has really good academics. My best stat is academics. What's Faith's best stat? I don't remember.
Academics.
Academics as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're very academics heavy, so we probably don't want to put too much on library card.
Well, y'all have control of the dice, so drag them where you want them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how we split it up. I think other than Jason, we're pretty strength lacking.
The dollar sign is ones you're earning. The bank is the blue thing with the flag.
Yeah. So probably we only really want 2 for the strength one. Most of the team has a pretty good academics, so probably only 1 to library card. And then let's see, what is this?
I like this. I
Yeah.
feel like this is good.
Yep, that's a good spread. All right, so now that we've distributed your dice, any gear that you're bringing with you?
Um,
My helmet.
All right. I won't make you roll for that. I think you just have that.
A book
I would
about
like
the
to-
spooky creatures in the area then.
Okay. Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll technology for that then.
which would be
I would like
You
to
roll a
bring-
number of d6s equal to your skill in technology, and then you can buff that if you
Okay.
take dice out of the credit card.
I would like to bring 2 doses of Great
Slash R,
Dane,
and then you need a space. 2 doses of Great Dane.
aka Calm Time Plant, in quotations. 2 doses of Mystery Machine, aka Fun Time Plant,
Definitely not
And
made out of
one-
mushrooms.
and 3 doses of Airborne What's New Scooby Doo, aka Bad Trip.
All right, go ahead and roll technology for that.
Can I add my botany talent to that?
I believe so.
Nice. I think 3 dice is enough for me to decide to be able to do that.
And Jason, do you need your iconic hockey stick that is also a crucifix?
Oh, I love that. Yes. And I want to be on roller skates too. I want to bring them roller skates.
Nice. All right, go ahead and roll technology for that.
Okay,
Slash
what
and then
did I
R,
do wrong
David.
this time? Okay. Space. Oh, slash and then R?
Yes. /R, space, and then the number of dice, and then D, and then the size of the dice. There we go.
I'd like
Yay, I
to
got a-
use my hockey player talent for roller skates.
I'll give you that. All right, so Faith, you have exactly what you wanted. David, you have exactly what you wanted. I'll give you
I'm
a
gonna
couple of
use
franchise dice for
A
those.
credit card,
Okay.
dice.
Yep, and this is a
Die.
one shot, so use your dice while you got them. Nice. All right, so you also have exactly what you want. You've got your classic crucifix / hockey stick, as well as your rollerblades with extra plus-sized wheels to go over uneven terrain.
Let's go.
All right, so you head out.
Now I just need an abandoned mall, and this is heaven.
Exactly. So you head out, and Morgana stays behind to quote unquote hold down the fort. But even as you're closing the door behind you, you can see she's eyeing up all of the food that you've left around. And yeah, you guys are headed toward the this main administrative building on campus. It's a large wooden building with ivy creeping up the sides. The yard as well as its roof are eternally covered in a bit of a carpet of orange and golden leaves. The moon is out full and bright tonight, giving you plenty of light, but also plenty of shadows to hide in as you slink your way over. Thankfully, this university is woefully outdated, and there is absolutely no electronic surveillance, so you are not concerned about any sort of cameras catching you in the act. The only thing you have to be concerned about are the occasional security guards wandering around, or the rather odd groundskeeper who seems to only do his work at night. In fact, you can hear some ways off the sound of a weed whacker going to town on some unsuspecting foliage. And it does not take you very long to slink through the shadows and approach the main building. All of the lights are off, of course, except for a couple of exterior ones. There is the main entrance, but of course there are a variety of side and back entrances as well. How will you approach this?
I just want to say, weed whacking at night is psycho. I bet that guy would kill us if he saw us.
He very well might. There are rumors of students just disappearing and never being seen again. But he did let you have the garden shed, so he must not be all bad.
I'm gonna be honest. If this man is weed whacking at night, he probably just had some sort of day where he woke and was like, you know how students are always complaining about having terrible sleep? What if I made them face the reality of that?
There you go.
And he was like, I'll keep them up at night by weed whacking at night, and then they'll know truly what it means to not get enough sleep.
Oh yeah, it's definitely coming from right in the direction of the student dorm.
At least we know where he is.
Which office is closest to the dean we want to ruin the life of?
The dean's office is in the front of the building, 3rd story, kind of central. So it doesn't make too much of a difference. Either way, you're going to have to get to the stairs somewhere, whether it's the main stairs or one of the kind of stairs in the back for, the help.
Is there any reason at all possibly that we could have a reason to be here at this late of an hour? Like, is the library in this building or something?
No, the library is not in this building. Academic affairs is in the building. The main kind of press office is in the building. A few other things. But yeah, you could try to come up with an excuse, but I'm not going to provide one.
Okay, in that case, I say we just take one of the side entrances instead of trying to pretend like we should be there and go through the front.
Smart.
All right. So you approach.
Let's go to the side door.
All right. So you approach the one of the side doors. There is a dim, incandescent bulb flickering on and off outside of it. Charlene tries to reach up to be able to unscrew it and can't reach. She's very short.
I will reach up and untwist it.
Thanks, David. Maybe next
You're
time
welcome.
I'll just climb on your shoulders to get it over with.
You could ride me like a French mech.
I don't know what that means, and I don't know if I want to.
You've seen Ratatouille, right? Like, you've seen Ratatouille, man.
Is that a
That's a
suit?
French mech. Oh no, I have something to show you, man. Get ready to have your mind blown.
Is this like the time that you convinced me that The Chair was the greatest movie ever and I should totally watch it with you? Because I don't care how high I was, it was not that good.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Don't remember it either. I think it was just an excuse.
All right, so with the light now out, you are slightly safer in the shadows. The door does appear to be locked.
I don't
Any of
know.
you know how to pick a lock?
Do any of you not know how to pick a lock?
David is going to turn towards Faith and say, do you think maybe you know? Motions between her and the door.
Yeah, I would give either
obviously,
athletics
you think I
or
do know
technology.
I don't know if we want to have Jason pick the lock in the loudest possible air quotes.
I could just knock the
I'm gonna
doorknob
use
off
that.
if you want. Done it before.
I'm gonna use my athletics to pick the lock.
All right, go ahead and roll it. You want to use any dice? I'll take that as a no.
No, I'm using my own.
All right, so that is a good result. So you will gain 1 franchise die. And describe the result of your action.
I slipped the very obviously in my pocket lock pick kit I keep on me at all times because I can. I pull it out, pull out the lock picks, and within a couple of seconds, they he'll click, and I open the door.
Charlene giggles.
Smooth.
Charlene giggles. You'd think one of these days they'd learn to upgrade their security. How many times have we broken in here?
You know, I kind of stopped keeping track after I memorized to pick this lock.
All right. So you make your way inside, closing the door behind you, I assume. And are now you are now in a pitch black corridor.
Well, I don't think any of us brought a flashlight.
Let's
So,
just wait a second. Our
I
eyes
was
will
gonna-
adjust.
sure, we can wait around a little bit and see if our eyes adjust.
All right, you do that. There are no windows in wherever you are, so
Oh no.
you cannot
I
see
pull out the
anything.
Lidl I keep in my pocket. Oh, totally not. Cigarettes.
Well, we
And
must have our phones
open.
on us.
Yep, you do have your phones on you. Lighter's pretty cool though.
But the Lidl is so much more cool.
All right, so with the click of the lighter, the room is illuminated in a soft orange glow, and you can see that you seem to be in a small kind of storage area. There's various bits and bobs of different equipment, boxes, crates, and whatnot around. There are 2 doors. One that is leading directly further into the building, and then one that is, well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. One is leading toward the front of the building, and one is leading toward the left or the right of the building. You are currently on the left side.
I figure we head towards the one that leads right, because we need to go center to get to the stairs.
You go through, no problem. It seems that the corridors are empty. Your footsteps fall with a pitter patter against the hardwood flooring below you. Each other step seems to emit a groaning creak from the floorboards below. However, as you strain your ears, you can't hear anyone else in the building. So you head further in, and you now have a choice. Are you going to take the back stairs or the main stairs?
Let's take the back stairs.
All right.
Yeah, less of a chance to accidentally run into someone that way.
Okay. So you find yourselves a door with a sign marking it as staff only, which of course is no impediment as you slide your way inside. And before long, you find the stairs and head up to the 3rd floor. Exiting there, you find yourselves in a hallway leading out toward a balcony. Where the main stairs kind of wind their way rather grandly from the 1st floor all the way up to the 3rd. And then there in the very front center of the building is a rather out of place space where directly in what you would expect to be just more open space in the balcony, there is instead a small path with railings on either side leading to a door in a just square-shaped office, just kind of sat there. Nothing below it, nothing to the sides of it, just stood alone directly in the front of the building. And of course, you do know that is the dean's office.
That's a
It is
creepy
from
room.
there he overlooks the sea of victims flooding in here every day.
Oh, indeed.
Let
The
them
dean.
make his day terrible.
The dean is well known for loving nothing more than standing in his large windows, staring down at the grounds before him with his hands clasped behind his back and his face inscrutable. As
Well,
you go ahead.
for a second, I wanted to make the by impeccable, I mean completely peccable joke with his scrutable face, but I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I'm just gonna head towards the office.
All right. As you proceed toward the office, you think you can hear something coming from within.
Like, guys, I'm going to whisper. You don't think he like maybe thought of this first, man?
Thought that we would try to break into his office? Who would be stupid enough to do this?
No, the summoning demons, man. Maybe that's how he does it. That's how he always knows.
Bro,
Well, maybe he's just a workaholic who never leaves his office.
I think you're feeling a little paranoid from that fun time plant.
But who could it be then? Do you think someone else is doing this?
I'm sure it's just the TV.
Why would he leave the TV on?
As you approach the door, you can see a thin slit of silvery light coming from underneath it. And otherwise, it doesn't seem that any of the artificial lights are turned on in the office. And there is, in fact, the sound of static coming from within, as well as the sound of wind.
I'm going to press my ear up to the door and listen really closely and see if I can find anything else.
All right. You hear the same things, but slightly better.
Faith, let us in.
Okay. I roll
Before
for
she does that, I'm going to slightly try the doorknob and see if it's just unlocked.
As
So,
you
like, not open it, just see if it is unlocked.
the knob turns.
Guys, I whisper quietly, guys, it's unlocked. This is really bad.
Too easy.
Okay,
Charlie,
man.
you got the spell ready?
Oh, yeah. Assuming I can, well, find the right one in all of this. I guess we'll just pick one at random, right?
Yeah, man.
You didn't have one
you
picked
might as
out.
well.
I don't know. I was like, which one's more fun? Ghosts, ghouls, goblins? They all sound like an interesting time. I thought we would just either pick one at random or put it up to a vote or something.
Cool.
And, like, man, what's the difference between Vadrax the Destroyer and Calrax the Corruptor? I mean, it's probably going to be the same thing either way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, David is going to move back and let Jason enter the room first, preferably in such a way that he can dip very quickly if he needs to.
All right.
I
So,
open the door slowly.
so as you start to push the door open, you hear something small and rough grating against the wooden floors below. And once you push it a bit further and peek inside, you can see it appears that all of the windows in the front of the office have been shattered.
Dude, check this out.
David is going to cautiously peek in very much from behind Jason.
All right. You see the broken windows. You see that the reason for the scraping is the bits of broken glass strewn across the floor. And over in one corner, a TV is turned on, spitting out static.
What
And,
type of chair is in front of / nearby the TV?
What kind of chair?
Yes.
A wooden and leather recliner.
Is it like back facing us?
Yes.
Can I like see underneath it from here? Like, say if there were to be feet there.
You can indeed, and there are no feet.
Okay. Less likely for us to be doomed.
I'm
David
just
is
gonna walk
going
in and
to,
start looking for clues of what happened here.
All right. So you go in and start trying to piece together what may have happened. You notice a few things that stand out. Is there a roll for this? There's no like investigation roll. Academics, I suppose.
Yeah. I'll roll us some academics to investigate.
All right.
Just a sec.
You gotta set up your button macros. That's the sweet spot.
Okay, I got a 6.
Nice. All right, so I will tell you a couple things that you find, and then feel free to describe any additional details or discoveries. One thing that you find is that there are green smudges in the shapes of tiny footprints in and around some of the glass. And as you very nervously approach the chair and finally peek around the side of it, there is something in there. It appears to be either a shrunken head or an effigy of a shrunken head.
Yo, I pull out my hockey stick and I hold it in front of me defensively.
All right.
What is the thing?
I'm going to pick it up to discover what it is.
Yeah. So you start looking at it, and it is very difficult to tell whether it is a real head or just some leather worked around, some sort of core in to replicate it.
I'll put that in my bag. This won't end terribly. I'm going to share point out the green footprints to Charlie. And let's see, what do I want to find? I don't know. I don't know what I want to find at this point. I think I'm good with that.
All right. So Charlene bends over to examine them more closely. She pulls out her phone and turns on the flashlight and kind of smears one around and says, "This looks like blood, but the color's all wrong. And who here would have such small feet? They'd have to be like 5."
Little green
Maybe we have to try a
aliens.
model.
Like, dude, didn't earlier you said like goblins were one of the things we could summon?
I suppose, but maybe someone did beat us to the punch on this prank. And she wanders over to the windows to look out. And
I assume the glass is broken,
yes,
considering how coated the floor is.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Normally, I think something weird happened here, man. You don't just break glass in this bad from the outside normally.
As you look around for any signs of what may have broken the glass, you can see a few mid-sized rocks, as well as what appears to be old arrows. They're tipped with what appears to be flint that has been crudely chipped away into the shape of an arrowhead, and are fletched with black feathers.
I'm gonna pick one up and hand it to Faith to examine.
All right, go ahead and roll academics for me, Faith.
Okay.
Okay, and her stuff isn't just general history.
It could still be related.
I mean, it is colonial era, so I guess kind of like he hands it to Faith. Is like, do you like know if these were like Indian arrows or something, man?
Yep.
Do I?
So, as Faith examines them, they are in fact perfectly identical to what you would expect from American Indian make. However, they don't seem to be old. These are new.
They
Additionally,
look like brand.
you notice a thin viscous coating of some sort of material on the tips.
I touch the coating slightly.
All right, it feels oily and tingles slightly.
Seeing her interest in it, I'd like to
Um.
examine it with my extensive knowledge of various plant stuff.
All right, go ahead and
Can
roll
I apply my
academics
best to
for
it?
me. Yes, you definitely get your bonus die.
Oh, 3 is the best I got.
Ha.
All right, that is not great. So you you decide to taste it as a way to figure out what it is.
I
And
assume I just like fall to the floor, paralyzed, slightly convulsingly.
if that is how you think it goes, then that is how you think it goes.
Okay, that works for me.
All right. As you are all
About to
examining
say, I
the
think
arrow,
it's poison.
well, as you're examining the arrow, and suddenly David falls to the ground, you all, rush over to help him. When you hear a scream, and Charlene suddenly disappears from the window where she was.
I leave the idiot on the floor and look down to see if she fell.
Me too.
All right, as you rush to the window, you see Charlene.
This is a regular occurrence with David, not a regular occurrence with Charlene.
exactly.
David tries to use help. David is paralyzed. This action fails.
Yeah. So yeah, as you rush to the windows, you see a dark cloaked figure riding atop a black steed with red glowing eyes, and on gripped in one of its arms is Charlene as it gallops away into the woods.
Charlene, wait!
My
I
dude
strap
totally
on my
just
roller
took off friends.
blades. I'm going red. I'm going after her.
All right, go ahead and roll athletics.
I'm actually gonna even use one.
All right, that is a 4. Not that's fair.
I got a 5.
Was there a 5 in there? Oh, there was a 5
I got a
in
5
there.
at the end.
It just wasn't on my screen. I don't know where the die actually rolled to. But yes, in the result I can see the 5. All right, so that is a good result. So let me go ahead and give you a franchise die for that. And describe what happens.
Okay, I strap on my rollerblades, and before I even think about it, I take a running start and I jump out the window, landing perfectly on a sloped outcropping underneath. And I begin pursuit of the mysterious being.
All right. What about Faith? What are you doing?
Knowing I won't be able to catch up, I go get some water and pour it in David's mouth to hopefully rinse his system slightly.
All right. Well, David, being a connoisseur of the chemical arts, recovers very quickly and after only a few moments is,
Thankfully, before he's drowned by his very considerate friend.
yep.
This is so considerate. I am the most considerate of all. You should know how. You should know that.
There's a reason why she doesn't have ex-boyfriends.
Dun dun dun.
They all just mysteriously disappear whenever they cheat on me. So strange.
Well,
They
all
must
right.
skip
You
town.
are no longer paralyzed, David, and you were conscious the whole time, so you are not necessarily aware of the figure on the horse, but you are aware of Charlene having screamed and then disappeared out the window.
So, David's gonna be like, man, where did Jason and Charlene go?
Some masked figure kidnapped our friend, and Jason's
It wasn't a
off
masked
chasing him.
figure.
Hooded figure.
No, no hood either.
No head. Ooh.
It was hard to
Yes,
tell in the
okay.
darkness. But perhaps.
So I just want to see if I can see where he's taking our friend. But I quickly realized that it is too dark for me to see anything at all. So
Well, there is the moon out, and you're actually doing a decent job somewhat keeping pace as it gallops out into the woods
I thought he
surrounding the area.
disappeared.
Okay. It did from everyone else who is still in the building.
Nice.
But
Okay.
you are in hot pursuit.
Good.
David is gonna get up and try and find Jason's distinctive roller skate tracks to follow.
All right, you're going to hop in your electric golf cart?
Yes. I
Alright.
absolutely should be behind a wheel right now.
Definitely.
No way there's any paralytic agent still in my system.
You drive better drunk
That's
anyway.
me, bro. I know.
All right, so the two of you hop in.
I grab my phone. I grab my phone and open the tracking app that I have everyone on the team in case any of them disappears out of party.
All right, well,
And see
you're
if Jason's still.
you're able to find
On it.
Jason. However, you are not able to find Charlene.
I believe I now know why David needs calm time plans.
No.
I'm just saying, if you idiots disappear out of party, I'm the only one tracking you down before you get into trouble.
Nothing
I'm
creepy
not
about
having
Faith that
only
David knows more about than anyone else on the team. Nothing at all.
No. All right, so you guys head off into the woods following Jason's tracks. Jason, give me an athletics check. Let's see how you're doing keeping up.
6.
All right. So you are actually doing quite well. The figure is slowly widening the gap, but you're keeping them more or less in sight. As you sprint headlong along the cobblestone roads, they slowly begin to get rougher and rougher as you head into an area that you've never explored before. Eventually, the figure turns off down a dirt road, and you manage to push through, tripping a few times on roots and weeds as you go, but manage to keep your balance. And the figure finally does disappear from sight as it gallops through a set of iron arches that rise out of the mist before you.
Wait, so can I follow under the arches?
You can. You would like.
I'm going to continue to follow.
All right. So you continue on your way until eventually you are forced to leave your roller skates as you are now in thick, loamy grass. Around you, rising out of the mist like broken teeth, are what seem like an endless number of ancient crumbling headstones. Looking around,
Okay.
you don't see any sign of the horsemen.
All right, everything's good. We're not scared. Definitely not scared. Keep pushing.
As you are saying that to yourself, you see two beams of oddly modern light pressing through the fog around you as the LED headlamps of the electric golf cart approach you.
Oh no, they're on to me.
It's the police. I was in the forbidden zone.
Oh no, wait. I recognize that cart. I recognize the sound of that from anywhere.
The lack of engine noise. No, actually, even though it's an electric cart, it still manages to sound like it's got
putters.
like a yeah, exactly. It's just that broken.
But on top of like the weird sputtering noises the electric engines make, they're also like kind of really broken. So there's like this really annoying high pitched sound it makes as it drives.
Exactly.
Oh boy, am I glad to see you guys. I mean, yeah, I could have done this without you. Follow me this way.
All right, which way are you heading?
The opposite way of that the headlights came.
So
Because
just
I got turned around, but it seems like probably we were going away from where David and Faith came from.
all right, so just generally deeper into the graveyard.
Yes.
All right. As you head deeper into the graveyard, you start to hear the sounds of whispers, and you could swear you hear little pittering feet in the mist around you. Occasionally, out of the corner of your eye, you think you might see a shadow darting from one location to another.
David is completely nonplussed. He's still got that. I feel good from the paralytics.
Even more relaxed than normal.
Bless you.
All right.
Thank you.
So you're gonna do your best to ignore them and continue onward.
Yes.
All right.
David doesn't care.
So as you continue onward, you see the smaller gravestones giving way to larger and larger, more grandiose headstones. Some of them with statues of weeping angels or demons. And a few mausoleums even start to rise darkly out of the fog ahead. Are you guys on foot or in the golf cart at this point?
I think the golf cart got stuck. I think we're on foot.
All right.
Yeah.
So you continue your way on foot. And you, as the whispers seem to be getting slightly louder, you hear the ground groan beneath you and give way. Everyone, give me an athletics check.
I won't use a die. That we don't have a lot left in athletics.
They're there to be used. Just saying.
We have like one left.
We also have 5 we can distribute at some point.
Can we do that mid-session?
No,
And you can use bank die.
you can use bank dice.
Yeah, I didn't really need it anyways. I got a 4.
All right. So, Jason, with your 6, you are able to gracefully slide down an earthen embankment and catch yourself. Faith and David, however, you manage to avoid the worst of it, but take a few bumps and bruises on the way down. Give me a 2-die stress roll, please.
I got a 6 and a 2.
Yep. Unfortunately, on stress rolls, you take the lowest die.
Yep, so I'm not gonna have a fun time.
All right. So Faith, with a 3, you are going to lose a die from an appropriate skill. So go ahead and decide which skill you're going to lose a die from. David, you are frazzled, so you will lose 2 dice, either from 1 skill or 1 from 2 skills.
I
So,
guess that my applicable skill would be athletics.
okay. So David, as you're going down, you bump your noggin on a rock. Surprisingly, it doesn't hurt as much as you would think it does, but it is making you feel foggy.
Yep. I guess I'll lose 1 from athletics and 1 from contact.
Okay. So as you manage to get your bearings and look around, you can see that you are in a earthen pit about 6 feet deep and 5 to 6 feet around. And in the scattered across the floor are a variety of rocks with their pointy ends all facing upward. And you hear tittering laughter coming from above the hole, and see clumps of dirt being thrown in on top of you.
Yo, who's there? Get back here.
You hear a response in a language you do not recognize. Would any of you? Potentially Faith might. You want to roll academics?
I'd like to try to run back up the embankment.
All right. Well, give Faith a second to roll. All right. So with a 6, you actually do recognize it as a long, mostly dead language of the Wampanoag.
Apparently, this person knows knows Wampanoag-ish.
What's a wampanoag?
Faith describes.
What's a Wampanoag?
Faith answers that it is one of the American Indian tribes that once was more common in these lands.
So Thomas, you said there was a pit with a bunch of like spike rocks in it, right?
Yes.
I'm going to be shoveling the clumps of dirt they're throwing down into the pit.
Well, you're in the pit. So
Neat.
they are throwing the
glad
clumps
I'm
of
not
dirt into the pit already. All right, Jason, give me that athletics check.
Oh.
No whammies.
All right,
5.
that's a 5. Let me give you another franchise die. And yeah, the embankment is not terribly steep, and without much trouble, you are able to run up the side. As you do, there are a number of surprised squeals, and when you crest the very top, you think you might see the outlines of a few dark figures that seem to have spikes across their bodies like a hedgehog, disappearing behind stones and into shadows.
Oh man, you crossed the wrong guy. Alright, they ran away. The coast is clear, guys.
What, David?
What'd you say, David?
I said I always liked Mario more.
So, I know
Well,
I
I'm gonna
recognize.
try and work my way up the
I don't even
embankment.
know the language enough to know what they said.
No, you do not know the language well enough to know what they said.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. You might. How interested were you specifically in swear words when you were learning a bit of the language?
Obviously, that would be my most focused on things so I can swill without getting into trouble.
There you go. Most of them were rather shocking expletives.
Cool.
I'm just gonna try and work my way up the embankment.
All right. As long as you guys aren't particularly trying to be all that fast, it's not too difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
So,
pretty chill.
I'm not a show off.
you know. So after a few moments, David and Faith are able to scramble over the lip of the pit. Were you doing anything while they were climbing out, Jason?
Just wielding my hockey stick like a sword, practicing my moves.
All right, give me another athletics. All right, 5. I'll give you another franchise die here. As you're doing that, a dart seems to materialize out of thin air and come flying toward you, but you're able to intercept it with your hockey stick.
Yo, I'm like a Jedi. Can I tell what direction it came from? I guess so. I'm gonna start running in that direction.
David is paying no heed to this is how people die in horror movies.
This is how people defend their friends. I start yelling my battle cry and saying, I'm gonna getcha.
I get up, I follow. So that I can maybe keep
If
him
he's
from dying.
still in, if he's still in sight by the time I get up, I will also try and follow.
Lost Thomas.
If he's not inside, I could probably just follow Will to trample
All right, can you hear me now?
foliage.
There we go.
Yes.
Yes.
My mic disconnected. I reconnected it, and then I could hear you guys, but could not. Well, it evidently was not coming through for me. So not sure what happened there. Anyway, do you go rushing off in the direction the dart came from?
Yes. I start yelling, I'm gonna get you. You come back here.
All right. So as you start running in that direction, you hear another squeal of surprise, and you see small footprints appearing in the grass as something invisible is sprinting away from you.
Oh man, I'm gonna try not to get distracted by that and keep going after the guy who shot the dart.
That is the squealing running thing.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay, I thought that was... Okay, I understand. And I can't see him, I can only see the footprints?
Correct. So you can see evidence of whatever it is moving, you know, grass being pushed aside, that sort of thing. And the squealing makes it fairly easy to track down the location as well. But you are fairly confident, even with the darkness and the fog, that whatever is there is not visible.
Smack it with a hammer.
Yeah, I want to smack it with my hockey stick if it's close enough to me.
All right. So you are easily able to close the distance, and you swing in the air at the location you suspect the creature is. Go ahead and give me another athletics.
By the way, I've come up with an absolutely legendary name for his hockey stick.
What's that?
It's a hockey crucifix.
I like it. All right, you do indeed land true. You can feel your hockey stick. Also, let me give you 2 franchise dice for that 6. Connecting with something, and you see the creature become visible as it goes cartwheeling through the air from your blow. It's a small, green, grayish skinned creature. It seems it's got a very round face with a large nose, and it's about 3-ish feet tall. It's clad entirely in animal skins. It's carrying a blow dart in one of its hands, just barely able to keep its grip. And across its back, you see a number of quills like a porcupine.
Interesting.
So it smashes into a large headstone with a statue that appears to be a very tall, slender figure with a pumpkin for a head, and then tumbles into the grass.
I take a moment to check around to see if any of his friends are nearby and taking another shot at me.
All right, you look around and you hear a few hesitant whispers, but nothing more.
That's what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna go back and check on Faith and David before confirming my kill.
All right. They've already clambered out and are brushing dirt clods off of themselves.
All right, guys, check this out. I got one of them. You guys okay back here?
Cool, man. Yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah.
Faith, you're gonna want to see this. Maybe you know something about these guys.
Hmm.
I lead him over to to the gravestone where I knocked the thing into.
All right. So you head over and you can find an indentation in the grass, which you imagine must have been where the creature landed. However, it's not there. But the blow dart gun, whatever, the part that you blow the darts with, is lying in the grass.
Blowgun.
There we go. The blowgun.
What? It was right here. It even turned uninvisible.
Like, dude, it had
Why
friends.
did you not
They
grab
like,
it
kicked him away or
when you
something.
came back?
What? Had to make sure you guys were okay.
The imprint clearly sees
No, man,
shows that it's
it's so
small. You
good.
probably carried it by an ankle.
I
Why
saved
did
your
you come
life.
back without dragging it? But now
Yeah,
we have
man.
no proof of what was going on, and we just have to trust our vision and memory.
Well, we have this blowgun.
We don't have any yeah, but we also don't have any to interrogate.
Well,
Hey,
you'll just have to trust me
Faith,
then.
chill, man. Maybe you recognize the dirt gun. That could be a hint.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So are you inspecting the blowgun?
Yeah, I'll roll.
All right. So you take a look at it. Go ahead and roll academics. It's a
Did
very
she add her talent?
exactly what's her talent again?
Like-
Occult law.
Graveyards, colonial era history.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay, I'll roll another die. Not that I need to, I already have a 6.
Do you?
I-
You have
I
fives.
thought I did. Never mind. I just have 5s.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and give you yet another franchise die for that 5. So you examine the blowgun.
I have 3 5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still a 5. You just take your highest.
I know.
So you
I'm saying for the franchise driver.
well, so you take the blowgun and start examining it, and it is very simple make. More or less just a hollowed out stick But as you pull a dart out of it, you can see what appears to be the same green viscous liquid as what was on the arrow.
David, you want to lick it again?
Nah, man, I'm good.
Of course you are. It seems to be the same paralytic, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's paralytic.
Right, well.
Yep.
Slime that was on the arrow tip we found in the dean's office.
Yeah. The only other thing you notice is that there are a couple of quills buried in the ground.
I'm gonna pull them out and like see if in the core of the quill I see the same green slime stuffer on one of the tips,
All
or
right.
like in the ground where it would have rubbed off from the tips or whatever.
As far as you can tell, there is not.
I was gonna say I put my sleeve over my hand and pull the quills out. But
Right.
apparently, David just decided to be reckless and do it barehanded.
Well, he seems to
Hey,
be fine.
man.
Examining the quill, it seems to be made of keratin, so hard fingernail-like substance. Very similar to
stuff.
what?
Pretty standard stuff for quills.
Yep. It's mostly gray with a few kind of marbled black bands across it. And it is, has little barbs all across, but yeah, pretty standard quill stuff. Pretty much
Dude,
like what you'd expect from a porcupine.
quills. Did you murder a porcupine, dude?
If it was molded, it would have still been here.
I don't know. Maybe something came and ate it.
We would have
Although
seen
I don't know
evidence
what a
of that
porcupine would be
blood or
doing with
something.
a blowgun. Hey guys, remember when we were looking for Charlene? Are we still doing that?
As you say that, you suddenly see a bright orange light start to emanate from further in to the graveyard, and you can hear chanting.
Maybe that's her.
Dude, I think Charlene's being sacrificed. We should probably go.
Yeah.
What are we waiting for? I take off in that direction.
David is going to follow Jason.
Hello. I'm assuming we all need to roll athletics because running.
Sure, why not?
I am doomed.
I mean, I have 2, so.
Yeah, well, Jason has 4 and he still only rolled a 3.
Finally. I've been waiting for a bad roll.
You gotta follow.
I didn't put a space.
I've been rolling too well. It's not fun.
No.
Hey, I got a 5.
Well. All right. So you guys continue on your way. Jason is far too intent on looking ahead and ends up tripping over a tombstone. Please to give me a 1 die stress roll. All right.
No.
A 2. So that is going to be frazzled. Lose 2 dice from appropriate skills. Probably your athletics.
Yes. Both athletics.
All right, so you scrape your shins quite a bit. However, you're able to muffle most of your cries of pain as you go tumbling into the sod on the other side of the gravestone, and the 3 of you do limp onward.
Just nobody tell my girlfriend that happened.
Faye says as she's recording you with her phone right now.
Yeah,
It's just like, that's going
no,
on
you
the
haven't
gram.
seen this whole
No, she's just like, and
totally
blackmail secured. I think I literally
mind.
predicted what I just said.
Yeah.
This is what happens when we live in the same house for 17 years.
All right. So you continue onwards and you find yourselves headed into a large central area in the graveyard. There appears to be an old dried out fountain, which has been covered in wicker. I don't know what exactly to call it. It's not a statue per se, but wicker weavings.
Like Wicker Man.
Not quite. But there are various wicker weavings all across it. On one side, you can see there are two statues flanking, also made of wicker, flanking the fountain. On one side is the figure of a large, imposing individual riding a horse, and on the other side is a woman with a wide-brimmed hat. In the center of the fountain, you see Charlene, who is tied to the fountain itself. All around, you can see small figures. They appear to be the same gray-green creatures, covered in quills all across their backs, and they are chanting in unison, "Witch, witch, 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 witch." Meanwhile, Charlene is, quivering in the center, going, "No, leave me alone. I won't do it."
Oh my god, Morgana's story.
I'm gonna roll an academics to see if I can determine whether the definitely not witch in the wide brimmed hat is a ghost or not.
All right.
I pick up a stick and throw it at the witch.
I forgot to
See if
space
it passes
or will I put the
through,
space in
see
the
if-
wrong spot?
All right. The stick bounces off. They are both wicker statues. The horseman, and the witch are both just wicker statues.
Okay.
Not a witch. Not a ghost.
Indeed.
I'm going to go try to get our friend down from where she is.
All right. So as you step bravely into the clearing, the chanting of "witch, witch, witch" stops, and they suddenly go, "Outsiders!" And a large figure in a black coat steps in front of you. It seems to be the individual on the horse from earlier. And at this distance, you can very clearly see that it has no head. It hefts a large axe in one hand and stares at you menacing. Well, it doesn't stare at you. It has no head, but you get the point. It faces you menacingly.
We feel incorporeal
It does
eyes.
that I'm watching you thing with its arm that's not holding the axe.
Yes, it does take the other one, points to the empty space above its head, and then points at Jason with two fingers.
I am going to continue towards Charlene and try to get her down.
All right. The figure is standing directly between you and her. Are you going around it? Are you going through it? It is currently blocking your path.
Okay. That's a good question. I'm going to try to go around it to the other side of Charlene.
All right. It
in a wide circle.
As you do, it moves to continue blocking your path.
I'm going to go the opposite way of
yes.
Jason.
All right. David, go ahead and roll me an athletics.
I am probably going to die. Oh no, I got a 5.
Let's go.
Nice. All right, so with Jason's distraction, you do start to sneak around the side, and then as you start to, sprint toward Charlene, the various creatures around start to fire blow darts at you, but somehow you manage to roll out of the way behind a tombstone as a hail of darts sprays around you.
As I'm rolling, can I throw one of my aerolized bad trip vials at a group of them?
Yeah. Academics, I suppose, to see how potent it is.
Nice. I get to add my die for that.
You do indeed.
Please don't let me down. My single die rolls have been so good. 36! Let's go!
Wow.
Nice. If only.
Everyone's tripping out!
Yep. So the vial explodes.
Toxin out here.
Yeah, the vial explodes in a wide radius, and nearly a third of the creatures suddenly drop their weapons, their pupils dilating wildly, and they start to chant in some strange language. Well, Faith recognizes it. Less expletives this time. As they start to lay down in the grass and stare up at the moon as if it was the most interesting thing in the world.
One of them is looking at their hands the only way the way only high people and babies can.
Oh yeah, just like, whoa, have you ever noticed how weird like hands are? They're like flesh tendrils, but they like can only bend in like some one direction.
Did you ever think about the fact that the wrist bone is connected to the hand bone? Wild, man!
Exactly. All right. Meanwhile, Jason, the figure is continuing to intercept you, and as it becomes clear that you are not giving up your approach, it hefts the axe and steps toward you.
I take a step back.
All right. It swings and misses by a wide margin.
I use that opening to keep going around in the direction I was continuing to try and make a full circle around the fountain.
All right. Go ahead and give me athletics.
Okie doke. I'm gonna use our last Musclehead training center. I don't want to mess this up. Nice.
All right. That is a 6. So you sidestep it and start heading. Are you just continuing your circle, or are you heading in toward Charlene?
Oh, I guess I was trying to like finish the circle and then go in towards Charlene, like away from where the headless horseman is.
Okay. So you attempt to sidestep it, and it lurches toward you. However, it misses, tumbles onto the ground, and you see 3 of these small creatures tumble out of this oversized coat.
It was 3.
Kobolds in a trench coat.
Yeah, Faith, at this point, Faith, you would recognize these as Pukwudgie, forest trickster spirits.
Of course, it was all a trick. Obviously.
So at this point, can I peek my head out and see if I can get a chance to get to Charlene? Like, have you decided that it's not worth fighting the maniac chucking LSD at them?
Yeah, no, at this point, pandemonium has ensued. Those who aren't too high to do so are already starting to scatter. You notice a few of the Pukwudgie just disappear into thin air, but then still see, scattered bits of grass moving as unseen individuals are trying to run. Many screams and squeals come from all directions.
Okay, in that case, I'm going
One of
to
them
try
is
and make
absolutely like tangled in the coat of the headless horseman and is
Yeah.
screaming bloody murder as it attempts to escape what it thinks is certain doom.
Okay, I'm gonna try and make my way up to Charlene as confidently as possible.
All right, you do that, and you find Charlene. She is standing in the middle of the dried out fountain, and it appears that her hands are not even tied.
Oh my god. See, it was Morgana. She was in on it.
I'm gonna ask Charlene, "You like okay, man?"
Yeah.
Holding a hand out to her.
So she looks at you, and she does seem a bit upset, but not terribly so. And she lets out a deep breath and says, "Oh my gosh, thank goodness you guys are here. You have no idea how annoying these people are."
You ready to go home and like finish the demon summoning or whatever?
I mean, if you guys want to, but to be honest, I think I'm done for tonight. They kept trying to tell me I was needed to become their witch or something.
Hey, man, I'm good with whatever.
Yeah.
That's been pretty
I
good.
mean, it already seems like something was summoned in Vale, so might as well just leave.
Wait, wasn't this the prank? Didn't you get us?
Well, Morgana and I did talk to a Puckwudgie we found in the woods, but I didn't expect it to turn into them kidnapping me and trying to make them their, I don't know, witch priestess or whatever.
Oh wow. See, and I thought that you were in on that part too.
Wait, dude, you were in on this? No way.
Yeah, it was Morgana's idea. She's the one who ran across them.
Well, like, I think probably before we go to bed, we should try and find a way to make it look like we were not in the office when it got broken. That's probably a good way to get, like, suspended dudes.
So Charlene points at the still squirming black jacket. I suppose we could just, well, be honest and blame the Puckwudgie.
Do you think the dean believes in the Puckwudgie? If he does, that'd be pretty neat. It'd work.
I
We
mean,
could just tie him up in the jacket and put him on the dean's desk.
I don't know. That seems like kind of mean, man. Won't they like dissect him or something? Like, they'll think he's an alien?
David, don't you have something in your bag that is evidence of the Puckwudgie being in his office?
Oh yeah, pulls out the head effigy. You think this will work?
Yeah, dude.
Cool. Let's do it then.
all right. So you guys load up. Are you doing anything else before you head back in your electric golf cart?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
David can't think of anything right now. He's pretty good.
I need to go congratulate Morgana on a prank well done.
All right. So you all head back to the campus. What are you doing with the shrunken head? Just gonna
I
chuck it
figure we're
back through the
probably
broken
just-
window.
Yeah, I figure we're probably just gonna like either do that or leave it where we found it.
Well, I'm not sneaking back in there and doing all that work just to put it back neatly.
Okay, then I'll give it to Jason to throw in the window.
All right. So Jason, now having had some time to recover his, bruised and scratched up shins has very little difficulty chucking it back through the third story window. And you notice that the weed whacking seems to have stopped, but you pay it no mind. You head back to your club room in the garden shed, and you find a very smug looking and very full Morgana, along with what's left of the snacks for your Halloween party. So the conquering heroes have returned. I hope that the headless horseman wasn't too rough with you.
You had us going, Morgana.
Of course. Well, happy birthday and happy Halloween to everyone around. And as the scene fades to black, the camera pans out through one of the windows in the garden shed. But there, off in the distance, illuminated by a flash of lightning, is a headless figure riding on a black horse and wearing a very different black jacket from the one that the three Pukwudgie were using.
And in his hand, off to one side, is a weed whacker.
Yep. And the scene fades to black. Roll credits.
Claps. Round of applause.
All right.
David was animated by
Hanna-Barbera
I don't know.
Studios.
Yeah, Hanna-Barbera Studios was the one. Every single character in the show was done in a different animation style.
Yeah.
Like Jason, I'm not sure what Jason was, but
Claymation.
like Faith, what?
Claymation.
Yes, Faith was animated in like noir detective style. Mine was like crazy, like Picasso abstract weirdness. The backgrounds were animated completely normally. All of us were voiced by like really obscure but slightly cult famous voice actors.
Yeah. Most of the props were just photos that they had cropped out.
Yeah, some of them they didn't even remove the watermarks from like the free image websites.
Exactly.
The Pukwudgie were literally just like photocropped goblins from like D&D with like porcupine quills poorly photoshopped onto them.
Yep.
The Headless Horseman had a shocking amount of effort put into animating him. He seems to be the only thing other than the main characters that wasn't some kind of stock photo asset.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, hopefully everyone enjoyed our little Halloween game. And I will,
Yeah, it was super
Yeah.
fun.
I will see y'all at the... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I had an excellent time.
Awesome. All right. Well, I will catch y'all at the next one. Bye.